Hi guys, from wherever you are tuning in, welcome back to the Gatekeepers TV, of course your number one sporting channel across board. Remember, we are available on all podcast platforms. Remember to go there and stream all our content from all those podcast platforms. So as we start again, of course it's Tuesday, and if it's Tuesday, you know it is the Champions League's night. So guys, it's official, the Champions League is officially back. It's been a minute since we last were here in the Champions League. The last time we were here, guys, remember we brought to you live the prediction and the preview of Manchester City facing Inter Milan in the finale, whereby Pogba, who won.
Manchester City were lucky to carry the day.
Manchester City were not lucky. They were crowned the legit winners of the Champions League. And in that season, guys, 2022-2023, Man City won a treble. Congratulations to them. So they are faced with a hard task in this Champions League season 2023-2024 to be able to defend their trophy. So the big question here is, do you guys think that Man City will actually put in a fight to defend their title? Or is it a season whereby we are going to see a new champion of this Champions League? So for that and many more, keep it the Gatekeepers TV as we unpack that and tell you how these things are going to happen. So officially, we want to introduce to you this season. On your screen, you can see, yes, those are all the groups from Group A to which group? The last group?
The last group is Group H.
So those are the fixtures right there. You can see them. Where your team is, just locate your team on the screen. But straight to it, I think we want to jump in tonight's match. So today, Tuesday and Wednesday, they are games. So Pogba, let's start officially with the first match of the night. We are going to handle it in terms of groups in a descending order. So straight to it, guys, it's official, Champions League is back. But before you start, can you tell the viewers, how are you feeling now that the Champions League is back?
Feeling fantastic over the last 2-3 months. Actually, guys, I'm feeling great. Champions League is back. So, of course, we are riding in now that, of course, you know what we're expecting. Because from the England or the English Premier League, we have some new teams are coming in. So this one is going to be an amazing one.
Good. So let's jump straight to it, Pogba.
Yes, so on today being on Tuesday, 19th of September 2023, we are going to start this Champions League with Group E. Actually, the matches of Group E. So Feyenoord will be meeting. Actually, in Group E we have two games: Feyenoord against Celtic, Lazio against Atletico Madrid, all at 10 p.m. So Feyenoord versus Celtic.
Feyenoord versus Celtic. Feyenoord will be at home welcoming Celtic. Feyenoord have been performing currently well in their league. They have started well. Celtic, on the other hand, also they are trying to keep up with everything. But if you ask me, this is going to be a difficult match. For me, I'm seeing a 1-1 draw here.
Well, Feyenoord against Celtic, this one I'm going with Feyenoord at least since they're at home, I'm going with 2-0 in favor of them. On the other hand, Lazio playing against Atletico Madrid. Of course, Atletico are just Atletico. So this one, despite Lazio being at home, I'm going with Atletico Madrid. So I'm expecting Atletico Madrid to win this game or to start off with a 3-1 victory.
This is going to be a very good game, guys, to watch. Remember, Atletico Madrid had actually started well. They had actually won on all their matches since La Liga began. But unfortunately, the last weekend, they lost their first loss. It was unexpected, if you ask me. I think they were playing against Valencia, so they lost that game, and it caught people by surprise. But it is what it is. On the other hand, you find that Napoli, not Lazio, Lazio, they are not performing that well. But now, since they will be away in Spain, guys, I feel like Diego Simeone will be there to punish them. So give it to Atletico to win by 2-0.
Group F, E, we are done with E now. We are to Group F. Group F, we only have one match. AC Milan will be playing against Newcastle. Just a quick one. AC Milan, recently they have been beating people a lot of goals. We can agree on that.
AC Milan, yeah.
No, it's Inter.
Even AC.
Even AC. Actually, the only thing I can remember is they were beaten in the derby by 5 goals. Now, they're coming to meet one of our own, from the English Premier League, Newcastle, who are currently underperforming. Take it away.
True. So, guys, let me pick it from where Pogba just left it. Talk of Inter Milan and AC Milan. Last weekend, we had a Milan derby, whereby AC Milan were outplayed, outrun, and also outscored. The match ended 5-2. Of course, AC Milan main man, the new signing, whom they made, of course, Mr. Leao, was able to be on the score sheet. Prior to that, AC Milan had actually gone on a 4-match winning streak. They ended up losing to that. On the other hand, Newcastle, out of the 5 games which they have played, they have only won 2 and lost the rest. So that goes a long way to tell you that Man City have not started well, though if we are to go by what we saw on how they played last weekend, they played well and they showed that they can really bounce back, and they were actually rewarded by a result. So the only issue which I have currently is they're not scoring enough goals the way they were scoring last season when they were promoted in the Champions League. So something needs to give in, as they're going to face AC Milan, a team that is experienced here. I think AC Milan finished last season they were in the semis of the Champions League. So they are also motivated to work hard so that they can actually continue to go a notch higher. The last time AC Milan won a Champions League was in 2005, so it's actually a big motivation for them to start well. So they will be where? Away or home? Where will Newcastle be?
Away.
They will be away.
So they have already traveled.
So if they will be away, guys, sorry to say, but this is going to be a difficult match. In as much as I'm wishing Newcastle the best, so I feel like the Magpies will be able to forgive me on this one. So this is an AC Milan. I'm giving them a chance to win this game by 2-1.
On their debut on the Champions League, after a very long time, I guess, for Newcastle, right? So, well, I think they'll come with a good one. So I'm expecting a 2-2 draw in this game. So 2-2 for me. On to Group G, Young Boys will be meeting RB Leipzig. Now, Young Boys will be at home meeting RB Leipzig. Well, this one, to be honestly fair, RB Leipzig, you have the upper hand. So Leipzig 3, Young Boys 1.
Timo Werner's team. I think, by the way, Leipzig lost in Kuku to Chelsea. They lost him to Chelsea, and Chelsea have also lost him to injury. So if you know, you know. So, but of course, Leipzig still have Timo Werner and co. So I feel like they are the strongest here. But this is Champions League, whereby we don't undermine any team. Young Boys being at home, I feel that they will want to prove to Leipzig that they are not that young. But Leipzig, of course, they are the Red Bulls. So clearly, I feel like they're going to bulldoze the Young Boys and tell them who's the bull in the yard. So give Leipzig a chance to win by 3-1.
Current or the defending champions still on the same Group G, Man City will be facing Red Star Belgrade at 10 p.m. Now this one just straight, it's at Etihad. So expect nothing more than a win from Man City. So Man City, I'm giving you 4 goals to 2.
Man City are coming into this game having maintained a clean record in the Premier League. They have actually won all their 5 matches, and they're currently the league leaders with actually 15 points. That means they have not lost any single match. Immediately last weekend, they managed to come from behind and win by 3-1. A match which Haaland struggled, but Haaland is Haaland. He might struggle, but he always leaves a mark on the scoring sheet. So the question is, can Haaland come to Champions League and start from where he left in terms of trying to push and become the top scorer? He was still the top scorer in the Champions League last season.
Definitely.
He was the top scorer everywhere. So I feel like this is a good match for Man City to start with, and they're going to start it with a high number of goals. So I think that tonight we are going to experience a 6-0 goal galore.
Group H, we have 2 more games. Barcelona versus Royal Antwerp. Barcelona are at home, and so I'm expecting nothing much from Barcelona, since we saw from last weekend their signees, or should I say, their signees, Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix were on the score sheet, and of course they scored 5 goals, if I'm not 5 goals. So Barcelona, since they will be at home, I'm expecting the same score of 5 goals to 2.
Barcelona at Camp Nou, I feel like they are rejuvenated, they are back, and I feel like they're here to give it a run for their money. Remember last season they were eliminated in the Europa League also. So this time round
And we eliminated.
they are in the Champions League. So I feel like a good start for them in this one. So I feel like give it to Barcelona to win by 3-0.
Shakhtar Donetsk versus FC Porto. Now this one, I'm going with 1-1.
1-1. I feel like my FC Porto guys will have an upper hand in this game, so 2-1 for me.
On the same, we have PSG against Borussia Dortmund.
You called it the match of the night.
Match of the night.
So talking of match of the night, Pogba, I know while we were talking behind the camera, you had some few stats about this case. So Pogba, take it away.
Well, location is at Paris, France. Of course, PSG will be at home. Stadium is Parc des Princes, as you all know. Date is today. Referee will be a guy by the name of Jesus Gil Manzano.
Jesus.
All the way from Espanyol. VR will be Juan Martinez. So key stats actually. In the previous meeting, PSG and Borussia Dortmund, it was in the 2019-2020 season, round of 16. PSG lost 2-1 to Borussia away, but coming at home, they won 2-0. So, and actually, Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League against PSG, they have not drawn any actually. Or okay, yeah, let me say they have no draw. So in the matches they have played, they have 8 wins and 6 losses. So PSG, they have made a not so good start of the season. Actually, they have won only 2 of their opening 5 matches, so they are not that good right now. Borussia Dortmund are unbeaten in the Bundesliga this season, so they are the team on form right now. They have drawn actually 2 of the last 4 matches. So let me just say actually right now coming into this game, Borussia are much far better than PSG. But irregardless, this is the Champions League. It's another match of its own.
Talk of Champions League experience and who are hungrier than the other ones. I feel like all through PSG has always been investing, trying to win the Champions League, though they have never been lucky up to now. Talk of luck, they have been unlucky because in the latest transfer windows, they have lost Messi to Miami. They have also lost Neymar to Saudi Arabia Pro League, yeah. So that goes ahead to tell you that actually they are remaining with Mbappe as the front guy. So there's a challenge in terms of trying to adapt to the loss of these 2 fundamental players. So speaking of that, as Pogba just explained to us, we find that currently PSG have been struggling back home. Just the latest results last weekend, Mbappe scored a brace, but that brace was not enough to salvage them from their loss. They ended up losing that match by 3-2. Talk of Dortmund. Dortmund have been showing good form back there in Germany, in Bundesliga. So hopefully they maintain the same spirit. Sebastian Haller is officially back now. At least he recuperated from what he was undergoing last season, so he's back. Then of course they made the new transfer. They made a transfer. Of course they bought a boy from Bayern Munich, former Manchester United loanee Sabitzer, who's currently with them. Talk of people like Matt Hummels. Talk of Borussia is a team that can surprise you. Then, of course, they have one of my favorite players there called Brandit. Brandit also a guy who can punish you if you are not careful. So this is a match whereby, guys, trust you me, I'm actually hoping and wishing that you all should book a ticket and go watch it because it's going to be fireworks. Having said that, I feel like PSG being at Parc des Princes, that should actually act as a catalyst or as an advantage for them to be able to get some results, regardless of them being poor. But you see, whenever we come to Champions League, it's always a different ball game. So having said that, allow me to settle with Mbappe's team. So this is PSG. So I'm going with PSG to win by 3-1.
Well, from the start, we've seen that whenever these 2 people meet, there's no draw. And the home team always wins. So, of course, I'm going with PSG to win this game 2-0. But when they go to, of course, is it Spain?
PSG are in France, Dortmund are in Germany.
So when they go to Germany, that's where the work will be done. So tonight I'm going with 2-0 in favor of PSG.
2-0. Thank you, guys. I think that's all the time that we had. Continue keeping it the Gatekeepers TV. Of course, as we told you, we are the #1 TV station that is here to broadcast to you and give you all the news. So thank you so much for keeping it here. Remember to subscribe, share, follow us across all the podcast platforms. Because remember, we are here because of you. And we love football, so that's what our business is. So thank you. So until tomorrow, when we will be taking you through other matches, thank you so much. Keep it here. Until next time.